Okay, let's go again. Hi, my name's Jordan. And I live in Smethwick in the UK. I live with my partner Paul and our 4-year-old daughter Ida, and we also have a cat called Luna. If you want to follow me on Instagram, you can over at jord.garvey. So we've been renting for about 5 years now, but we've lived in this house for 2 years. The thing that I like most about renting is not being in charge of anything that happens in the property. So if the boiler breaks, for example, we don't have to shell out the cost of fixing it. That's the landlord's job. If I was going to give another renter any tip, it would be don't be afraid of decorating and making your space your own. I know a lot of people think that when you're renting that decorating is it can be a waste of money, but actually I would say that decorating helps you feel more comfortable in the space that you're in and making it more of a reflection of you and not just an empty shell that someone's given to you. So my favourite room in our house is our bedroom, probably because it's the only room in the house that we've started to make our own, and we've decorated it a little bit more to our style and taste. The rest of the house is like pretty magnolia, but this room we've decorated and we've changed and added a bit more of our own style to it. So this is our bedroom and it's my favourite room in the house. I think it's really relaxing in here and really calming, and we often spend a lot of time in here when we just want a bit of a time out in the day. So obviously having a young child, sometimes it can get a little bit overwhelming. So whenever you just need a couple of minutes out of the day, we often just kind of come in and crash on the bed and then just take a few minutes. So in this room we went for a really light and bright atmosphere. Because we're renting, we wanted to have a colour that is easy to either cover up or we don't have to do much to if we do leave the house. So we went for white, so we don't have to paint anything back before we leave the house. And I think actually it's really nice because this room is quite light anyway, it just really brings everything together. So to start with, we've got a couple of prints either side of the chimney breast here. They are from the Royal Tenenbaums movie by Wes Anderson, and I got them a few years ago and I've never had the chance to put them up. I think I actually bought them when we lived in our last house, so probably about 3 or 4 years ago. And it's really nice to be able to finally get them up. And then we've got a really nice big print on the chimney breast. We wanted something that was quite similar in tone to the 2 prints either side, but really popped. So with that we decided to go for white frames. Around the rest of the house we have black frames, so we wanted something a little bit different, and actually it works really well because the eye is drawn more to the print rather than the frame. And the colours really stand out against the white walls, the white frames, the white backgrounds. So it's a really nice touch, I think. Because this is quite a small room, we don't have much furniture in here. It is literally just the bed, a chair, a bedside table, a trunk, and then this chest of drawers and a washing basket. So we've done like very minimal styling on here. I know a lot of people like to have books and big plants and things, but we've actually just decided to go for a couple of smaller pieces. So this pot, for example, is a few years old from Habitat, and actually it's lived in a cupboard for a few years until we did this room. But again, you know, it's really nice, it connects with the hair on the print, so I think it's a nice touch. So there's a couple of things that we've got in the room that have just been collected over the years. So these candle jars, for example, are old goo pots, the dessert. We washed them out and they were just really nice to use for candles, and a lot of people I think use them as well. And then this little tray here I've had for probably about 8 or 10 years, and it's from Habitat. I think I bought it for like £2.50 in the sale, but it's really nice to just keep my jewellery on, and a few select pieces that I like during the day. So when we were decorating the room, we decided we wanted to go for copper accents in the room. And before we had an IKEA light shade, it was one of those like big white ones that kind of hangs really low down. So we wanted something that was a little bit more compact and a little higher, but also would stand out in the room. So originally we thought we'd have a grey and copper tone in here, or maybe pink and copper, but actually we decided to go for this off-white shade from Made. And I think it's really nice because actually, because it's white, the copper stands out more. So it's a nice touch. And when it's dark and you have the light on, it's really lovely because you get all these nice pink copper tones come through the room, which is really nice. And here we have our resident cat, Luna. Hello. She's about 2 years old. She roams wherever she wants. But she does love a sunspot, so this is probably her favourite room for that as well, actually. Originally we thought we wanted to have a big area rug that would go sort of underneath the bed and like up against the chimney breast. But actually we decided when we were looking at rugs, we weren't really sure what sort of colours and stuff we wanted, so we decided to go for something that was smaller, neutral, and we got these really lovely bedside rugs from Wayfair instead. And I think they're really nice because they contrast nicely with the carpet. Obviously the carpet's quite dark, so you've got the lovely sort of light beige colour, the pink coming through, which obviously tones in nicely with the prints that we've got in the room, and also the bed covers. So yeah, I think that is about it. I really hope you enjoyed looking through my room. And again, if you do want to follow me on Instagram, you can over at jaw.garvey. Thanks for stopping by.